Hello students, welcome to this class of MA Final. And the paper today we are going to discuss is Indian writing in English. Today, dear students, we will discuss a sonnet, a beautiful sonnet by Shri Aurobindo, and the title of the sonnet is The Stone Goddess. It is a sonnet written on the pattern of English sonnet, that is the popular Shakespearean sonnet, and the rhyme scheme of this sonnet is AB, AB, CD, CD, EF, EF, G, G. In this particular sonnet, dear students, the poet described the moment when he felt the divine presence of God, of goddess Kali in his life for the first time. He never believed in idol worship, but it was here when he visited the Kali temple at Vadodara, nowadays Vadodara, near the bank of Narmada river in Karnali. He was at the site of the goddess. When he entered the temple, he says that I felt a divine presence. I felt a living presence in the stone goddess, and he admit that earlier I was against the idol worship. He says that I never believed in idol worship, and when one of my friends, he says, persuaded me to visit the temple, I visited the temple, and says that when I entered the temple, I experienced a living divine presence in the stone goddess, and it was for the first time in my life I felt such a divine presence. In one of his letter to Mr. Dilip Kumar Roy, Shri Aurobindo, he admits, and I quote, "You stand before a temple of Kali, beside a sacred river, that is the Narmada river, and see what? A sculpture, a gracious piece of architecture, but in a moment, mysteriously, unexpectedly, there is instead a presence, a power, a face that looks into yours. An inner sight in you has regarded the world mother." This is how Sri Aurobindo describes his experience to his friend Dilip Kumar Roy when he felt that divine presence in the Kali temple at the bank of Narmada river in Karnali, Baroda. So let us now read out the sonnet. You please open your books and look into the sonnet. In a town of gods, housed in a little shrine. The temple was not a very great, huge temple, it was a little shrine. From sculptured limbs, the Godhead looked at me, and straightway he says that the Godhead, it seems to me that straightway the Godhead is looking at me, a living presence, deathless and divine. A living presence, he says, deathless, that is immortal, and divine, a form that harbored all infinity. He says that I experienced the presence of God and the Mother Goddess, a form that harbored all infinity. The great World Mother and her mighty will inhabited the earth's abysmal sleep. He says, from times immemorial, the World Mother, it has inhabited the earth's abysmal sleep, voiceless, omnipotent, inscrutable, mute in the desert and the sky and deep. That is, the land, the sky, and deep refers to the water bodies. Now veiled with mind, she dwells and speaks no word, voiceless, inscrutable, omniscient, hiding until our soul has seen, has heard the secret of her strange embodiment. Says that I was unaware of any such experience, and now it is for the first time and I am experiencing this divine presence. Earlier I was against idol worship, but when I visited this temple, now I feel the presence of the divine mother goddess. And look at the concluding couplet. One is the worshipper and the immobile shape, a beauty and mystery, flesh or stone can drape. So, if we closely look at this sonnet, he says that this is for the first time that I experienced such a divinity, and the mother goddess showered blessings on me, and from this experience onward Shri Aurobindo took to mysticism, and he went to Pondicherry, now Puducherry, and there he had a ashram built, and his mysticism, his philosophy of life, his thought all changed, and he has beautifully jotted down all his experience in these beautiful 14 lines, a sonnet entitled The Stone Goddess. Dear students, I hope you have understood the sonnet. We'll take up another important poem in the next video. Thank you very much.